Well, hello my beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your monthly reading for August. I can't believe it's come around so quick, but here we are. Now, I do want you to be aware that I'm opening a second competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding the month of August? What lies ahead for them? What energy are they tapping into at this time? Now, I have to let you know that, of course, this month is going to be a month of intense extremes. I'll give it to you straight, especially due to Mars squaring Venus and Jupiter squaring Saturn. But I will get to that in a moment because on a positive note, we are currently in the throes of Leo season. So on a personal level, it's time to let out that inner roar, follow your passions, and allow yourself to shine. This month is about taking center stage in your life, taking charge, honoring your body, your energy, your self-care needs, pampering yourself, if possible, doing a little something extra for you, loving yourself a little harder, but most importantly, valuing your worth and remembering to wear your invisible crown. Walk tall and walk proud with gravitas and empowerment as you embrace that go-getting spirit. Prioritize what's truly important to you whilst making time for a little power nap along the way. Now, it is a month to be disciplined and remain on course whilst carving out time for fun. Of course, there will be some fluctuations in the energy, so it may affect mood. Clashes or conflicts might occur this month to try and dampen things, but everything shall be resolved quite quickly there. You might embrace your warrior spirit one moment and then leap into a chasm of emotion the next. But Leo season is actually teaching us all not to sweat the small stuff. Now, embrace this opportunity for balance as we all jostle with the energy, and you're definitely going to embrace the balance there because you got the Justice card. So this is a time to be fabulous, but also grab your metaphorical surfboard. You're probably going to need it for the month of August and get ready to ride that wave. There's a lot of critical energy out this month. I don't really know where to start because there's so much going on, but let's focus first on the wonderful Lionsgate portal. It lifts us all up into a high frequency glory, providing a positive portal of prosperity, abundance, and good luck. It's a gateway to intense manifestation, spiritual healing, and growth, especially for the heart chakra. Now, this portal, it has been open from the 28th of July, and it will close on the 12th of August. However, the most potent and powerful day is on the 8th. The 8th is the bringer of abundance. So plan a ritual or just take a moment of stillness to visualize and make a wish. And of course, you shall manifest those opportunities towards you. The 8-8 portal also is connected to wealth, so utilize the energy in its full potential as money-making ideas flow towards you, or even curveballs of luck head your way, okay? Now, hold on to that surfboard that I mentioned. For some of you, I'm going to let you know of the critical energy that has the potential to be a little bit negative this month. It may not affect you directly, but if you really don't want to hear it, then now is the time to fast forward, and I'll see you on the other side when I get all the cards, and I'll go to each one individually. But if you do want to stick around to find out what is going on in terms of some critical energy, then I should let you know that the dreaded Mercury retrograde, it graces us with its presence, and this time it's doubling down in the sign of Virgo. It really loves to kick up a storm, especially with your electrical equipment, communications, shakes things up in terms of perception, and also power outages, glitches, they are going to become more of a regular occurrence. So save down any important documents, financial statements, anything that you're working on too, so that you don't lose it. Always good to have some candles and torches on hand as well, just in case. And of course, if you're getting any quotes from any businesses on any work that you want, especially done around the home space, get it in writing to avoid misunderstandings later on. And of course, this too shall pass as a blip. It's only one aspect of a Mercury retrograde, and every negative has a positive. So we can all embrace this opportunity to utilize the energy to either revisit something, improve it, rethink it, course correct it, to enhance areas of your life that need a boost. Now, straight after that, we do have a major shakeup as Jupiter squares Saturn on the 19th and Mars squares Venus on the 22nd. Now, when I say square, what that means astrologically is clash, okay? So it is a clash of energy, and it really is a big deal. Highly pressurized, combustible energy. We often go through some challenging times during this phase, but there is always a lesson to be learnt from it, so there's always a positive. So if you're feeling extra tested or stressed, just during those 3 or 4 dates, I would say stop and ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? And the answer will actually transform the situation for the better. This energy can also make you feel super practical, to sit up, pay attention, get organized and serious about the direction of your life. Now, also, I want you to be aware that this critical energy, it can be used to benefit you. For example, when Jupiter squares Saturn, Saturn is a very hard taskmaster. So basically, if you've been working hard on something, really diligently focusing on your goals and your dreams, then Jupiter will expand good luck in that area. And it may be a shock, a sudden turn of events that works out in your favor. But if you've been just hoping for something and not really making any effort to accomplish it, then Saturn and Jupiter will pass you by, okay? Also, Mars squares Venus, and basically that means that Mars, you're ruled by Mars, so that can mean intense energy to transform something that you love doing, but it can also indicate people or, that you care about, friends, family, that sort of thing. There can be some difficult energy to navigate, honest, open conversations, frustrations, a little bit of conflict, but it shall also be resolved, okay? Now, these squares that I mentioned, they do occur in some mutable signs, which can often increase societal tensions on a global scale, and sadly with the potential to create bigger divides. But Venus is in the mix, and it works harder, extra harder actually, to bring people together. There will be jostles of energy, but astrologically, as tensions rise, people take back their power. And with Leo season connected to the brightest light in the sky, the sun, it reveals where we can grow together rather than apart. This clash of energy, it impacts us all from the 19th of August right through to June 2025. Yes, you heard it. I don't even like it myself. That's a long time. So, expect things to get wild and weird and sometimes pretty unbelievable. Okay, you may have already noticed this has started to happen. Extreme behavior, shocks or plot twists. And of course, we have a blue full moon also on the 19th, which will only intensify the energy. Of course we do. It's a critical time, let's put it that way. So 19th to the 22nd, there may be some sort of surprise around this time in terms of global events. So it's definitely something to look out for. Now, of course, there's always a positive to be found on a personal level. If you're looking for real estate, you could see some reductions in price. Also, I see a brief financial correction that will benefit, but it will be brief before it is U-turned. Solar flares also will be stronger than usual, and it will impact pressure, triggering major earthquakes in places that potentially don't normally have earthquakes, volcanic combustible energy as well, because we are finally in the flow of reshaping landscapes, both spiritually, energetically, politically, socially, economically, all of the things. So we may even see figures in authority be replaced suddenly by unexpected candidates, a reneging of promises, or a restructure of systems that push things too far. And that leaves only one thing left, which is transformation, and that can feel uncomfortable. So I want you to be aware we're currently in a shift. You can all feel it. You don't need me to tell you about it. But this month, on a personal level for you, it's the gateway to what you want to change for the better. So remember that you'll be protected and directed towards wonderful opportunities to marvel at the glorious you, how you keep showing up for yourself and others every single day. So be proud of all you are. Be proud of all you're sustaining, maintaining, and creating right now, despite difficult circumstances. You've got this, and you are a tower of power in all your glorious sovereignty. So let's get straight to your cards. Looking at your cards right now, I see that there is a big success coming in for you, and then you're going to have to maintain that success, okay? So I see that you're being bold and daring. You're approaching August like you're all in. You're all firing on full cylinders. Even if you felt, very low energy or low motivation recently, I feel like you're gathering up this big energy to change something in your life. And it's going to really be very rewarding. I feel it stems right through to your sense of value. Loving yourself, empowering yourself, and knowing that you are enough and deserve more than sometimes you accept. Now we've got that full card. So of course this is an Aries card. This is your protagonist energy, and it's the beginning of something. Now of course it could be the beginning of the month that you're just launching yourself in. You're excited to see what August brings. You have your plans fully in motion, but you may actually do a bold move on something that you have in motion already. It could be the start of a new phase, a new idea, but also this month has so much potential, and it has so much potential for balance, for harmony, for peace, for success, and also to walk away from things that perhaps have drained your energy or are not fulfilling. But also I see you revisiting some things in a fresh new way so that you can exact your vision to be on target, maybe tweak something and put it out there. I do see that you're going to be very busy, very productive. And I feel also this card, it really connects to your fifth house, which is the pursuit of pleasure, okay? This card is about connecting to your childlike spirit, to reigniting your lust for life, but also reconnecting to a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with. It could be that you feel you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, but you're going to promise yourself that this month you're going to connect to really fun things. And that's the influence of your fifth house. Letting your hair down, having fun, accepting invitations, coming out of your comfort zone, and just being your wonderful self. Finding contentment. Some of you may pick up a hobby during this time or connect to a course of learning. You may even revamp your love life if you're in a relationship or not. This is a time to channel your energy into projects or into all of your endeavors without attachments. So it's like, yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's launch it, see what happens. I feel like you're being very curious to see what life has to offer for you. This is a card that indicates some of you you are curious to see how things go. You may be in a very explorative month where you just wonder what happens if you push this button or you do things in a different vein. It really feels that you are quite excited or enthusiastic about something. Now, of course, it is the Fool card, so it can indicate the beginning of a journey. So some of you could be moving into a new job. You could be walking away from something that you kind of felt you've hit a plateau. You used to love it, but now not so much. You want to elevate. So it could be that you're signing new contracts in August in order to fulfill, a goal of moving into a new role, which is going to bring a lot of success. I feel like you really establish yourself in that. For some of you, you're being independent. Maybe you're launching an independent business, or you are already an entrepreneur and you're branching out in some way. I definitely see contracts and letters, emails, texts, communications, that's going to be rife this month. I feel like you're going to be very busy with administrative tasks, but I feel actually you're going to love it. So it feels very much like either you're implementing a new filing system, or you are just organizing or reorganizing something in a more efficient way. I just feel that you are intending to love what you do. And if there's something that you don't really love doing, I feel like you're going to approach it like you do, so that you can put a different spin on it and it just gets done in a more efficient, quicker time. Some of you could actually be moving this month because you may be signing a lease to either a new property to rent, or you're purchasing, because we have a contract here sealing the deal. We've got keys, and it could be a new journey in a new neighborhood. For some of you, you're thinking about going overseas or emigrating, and this could be just in your mind right now while you formulate a plan, because you want a change. You know, something big has ended for you, and I feel it's ended before you've come into the month of August, and now you're like escaping something, or you're launching yourself into something new. It doesn't have to be like job or money or, you know, a location. It can be that you're launching yourself into a lifestyle change, a personal development plan where you are putting your own needs first and making sure that, you know, because it feels like whatever it is, it has a lot of potential there. And suddenly you're trying to balance things out. So for example, some of you may be trying a new way of eating, or a new sort of structure to where you have your meals. For some of you, it could be that you are exercising in a different way, or maybe taking a different exercise class, trying something out. Some of you, it could be that you're going on a higher learning course, or you're learning how to quieten your inner critic by meditating, or, you know, it just feels like you're investing in yourself this month, but also there's a lot of exciting things along the way where you're going to see a lot of progress. Okay, now of course you've got the transformation card and the death card. Both of them are death cards there. It's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse, and I'm not surprised to see it then in the past position. You've been feeling stuck, so you felt something needed to change, and you're the sort of person, my beautiful Aries, you don't sit there and wait for change to come to you. You go out there and happen to life. So if you've been feeling frustrated with something, this month is your course correction, or this month is your opportunity to change something. Some of you are looking at bad habits this month. You know, it could be that you are trying to sustain something that you've promised yourself, like you're not going to be tempted on something, or you're cutting something out, whether it's a friendship that's been toxic, or an environment, or a food substance, or maybe it's you if you have in the past been procrastinating, for example. It's like you want to utilize your time, you want to be more time efficient, and you're getting busy doing. And I feel like almost like you're putting yourself on the clock, okay? But also, of course, this card, it will go into the upright, so I do see that this is a major month of change. Now, of course, we can have new beginnings and endings in lots of different areas of our life, okay? For some of you, it could be a relocation. For some of you, it could be a new job, new relationship. Perhaps some of you are going through a separation, a divorce, and you are learning to love your independence, and it's like a breath of fresh air. All you have to do is think about you now, and it just feels like a release, especially if it was a toxic relationship. For some of you, it could be that you're like on a more localized scale, like ending service provider agreements where you're looking for a better deal. Perhaps you're connecting to like a better electricity company or a water board company. Perhaps some of you are ending a subscription that you don't utilize anymore, or perhaps it's come to its term and now you're looking for something else to replace it. For some of you, and my readings are not really like this, but I'm also getting through, some of you may have invested in like a series, like a TV series, and it's coming to the end of the season, and now you're looking for something else to watch, especially if it's like a documentary type thing. I see documentaries, I see crime like documentaries, I see, true life stories as well there. So some of you, that energy is coming through. It's like, now what else do I watch? Because my favorite show this season has come to its end. What next? It doesn't have to be in those genres, but I am picking up a strong energy where you like true stories. So that's coming through there as well. Now, Some of you, especially with the outcome energy, this is about you doing the right thing for you in your life. You're making some radical changes, okay? And whether it is that you are living intentionally and saying, actually, I'm not going to squander my time doing something that is mindless right now. I feel like you are intentionally doing things, perhaps even creating some sort of structure or schedule for yourself in the month of August. And that only allows you or affords you more time for fun. So that fifth house is going to work really well for you. Now, the Justice card indicates some good karma towards you, but it's also the cause and effect card. You are acutely aware that your actions will affect your future. So I feel like, you know, you're getting busy living and you're not actually allowing the universe to just show up for you. Of course, the universe is going to support your endeavors and send you some extra good luck there as well, but I definitely see that you're busy making an impact in your life. Now, of course, this card as well, it's also about listening to your soul song, being on target, but it's about maintaining balance and harmony. So you're transforming your life to free yourself up from something that was negative or tempting or just toxic, and you're doing what is right for you at this time. And of course, the Justice card, some of you could be going through some legalities right now, a court case, and you know, it's finally coming to an end for some of you, and it's like a relief, a breath of fresh air. But I would say with that Four of Swords, you know, you may start to overthink what happened, and you may start to really wonder why someone had some dirty tactics, for example. You know, not everyone leads with integrity like you. If you're just entering into a legal battle, I would say lead with integrity, because anyone who is doing something a little bit naughty at this time, they risk the potential to be exposed. Okay, so just want you to be aware of that. I can't imagine any one of you would ever do that, but I have to mention it because it's coming through. Now also, you know, when we get the Justice card, the Justice figure has a sword of truth, and I'm seeing this like shell right now. It's like some of you are like really living your authentic self or opening up to do that on every scale in your life. And it feels like for some of you, you may decide to change direction, or you may actually walk away from something that you've done for quite some time because you've outgrown it. You've evolved away from it. And it may shock some people. They may be like, oh, but you've done this forever. You've done this for years. And you're like, well, I'm not sitting in a little box of your expectation. I'm changing my life up. So some of you, I feel like you're making some bold moves in your life this month. New beginnings across the board. But also I feel, you know, you're walking away from things that potentially, you know, have not been rewarding for you or haven't been working for you. I feel like some of you may tweak a plan, or because I feel like you reach your goal. Seven of Wands tells me that you're not giving up on something, but I feel like you could transfer your skills towards something, or it could be that you get a better deal elsewhere. Especially if you're relocating, you know, you may feel that you're actually downsizing if you're moving out and, you know, getting a property somewhere else. It could feel like you're downsizing, but actually I feel like you're going to get more for your money is what I see there as well. Yep, lots of important documentation this month. I feel it's really important. Although you're going through some transformations and they can feel really like heavy, it's important to remember to have fun, to integrate with the people that you care about, people who've got your back there as well, because I see that Four of Swords, an energy of wanting to withdraw, and that's the influence from your 11th house. Now, the 11th house, you know, it is a very intense spiritual house, and it's your hopes and wishes, your manifestations, and I feel this is stronger than usual. So you really can tap into that 8-8 portal to manifest and magnify your opportunities for your visions to become a reality. So you will watch the universe deliver people or opportunities towards you once you set your intentions. And some of you may actually feel a little bit more sociable after that, but as you hit that energy, it just feels like you want to withdraw briefly. And also, you're going to be looking at your network, your social circles. Some of you may even be looking at the friendships that you have online. You know, you may be feeling that, yeah, it's nice to have them online, but I want to see them in real life. Can we actually orchestrate a meeting? So I really feel that coming through as well. Now, what else have I got coming through? Yeah, very important documents this month. Pay close attention to anything that has an expiry date, because you have the Death card twice. Visas, passports, contracts, whatever it is, there could be a renewal that you have to do, and this is your friendly warning to do that, or check it at least. So let's move on to your cards. Now, we have the Five of Swords there. This is your starting position in the Celtic Cross. Five of Swords, you've got a lot on your mind. This could also be that you're brainstorming ways to transform your life for the better. Five of Swords also indicates that some of you have so many thoughts a mile a minute that sometimes you abandon some of those wonderful thoughts, and you may find that it's been hard to really focus or even remember some of the things that have come into your wonderful, incredible brain, and then it's like, oh, what was that idea earlier? So write stuff down this month, very important. You're going to have some wild and wacky kind of left field ideas, very important because they will help you later on. Whether these are money-making ideas or not, it feels like you're coming unstuck or you're liberating yourself out of a period of being stuck. Now also the Five of Swords can indicate, I mean, look at all those skulls. Transformation, it's a given. It happens all the time. You've gone through many cycles where change and challenge have occurred, and you're still here to tell the tale. So you are stronger than you think, and you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for. But also this is the Five of Swords. Swords are connected to the mind. So this can be, you embracing an opportunity to quieten the inner critic, especially since the Eight of Cups is there. It's like, okay, how can I escape my anxiety? How can I escape my negative thoughts? Now, we all have them. They intrude sometimes, especially if you've gone through some sort of trauma. They can be ever present, can be like this noise in the background, and you're trying to quieten your mind. So some of you may actually book a spiritual retreat, or you may be thinking about one. Some of you may even be thinking about getting some advice from a practitioner on how to quieten your mind. You may embrace meditation, for example, maybe something that you see online and you think, you know what, I'm going to play that in the background and see if it has an impact. And it really will, okay? But the Five of Swords can also indicate that some of you, whilst you're trying something new, it can indicate that you've tried something new before and it didn't work out or it didn't go the way you'd hoped for. Some of you may have felt a little bit disappointed, and I feel it's really important to recognize that sometimes it's all about divine timing. So some of you may revisit something that you started a long time ago. You may revamp it and you may relaunch it. For some of you, it could be that, something didn't go your way in the past and you've just basically felt a little bit stuck, and now is your time to launch something new. Don't be afraid, because this period is you launching something or embracing something that feels like a gamble, feels like a risk, but I see that you're going to remain on target. Just remain true to your heart and to your vision. Now also that Five of Swords, it can indicate, and I don't like to say this, but I have to, it can indicate that some of you have to give someone the absolute truth. The blunt, hard, harsh truth. And it can be that you end up being the bad person in their eyes because you gave it to them straight. But you're sharpshooting. You tell the truth. You're the sort of person that if someone comes to you for advice, you tell them the truth. So I feel some of you, you may be looking at diplomatically telling them the truth, because the Temperance card is there. It's like deliver the truth, but not in all one blow where it just shakes a person in their boots. It's more like, okay, tell them the truth, but don't sugarcoat it. But at the same time, just give them, especially if they're going through a very emotional time, it can be that you have to deliver the truth in a way that doesn't destroy the person. But, people always end up shooting the messenger. So if you know something about someone and you need to let them know, for example, if you know a secret and it impacts their life in some way and you have to tell them, I feel it's important to remember that they're hearing this from you for the very first time. So I feel there's an energy here of just softening the blow a little bit, especially if it's something that is detrimental to their journey in some way, okay? So that's coming out there as well. But with the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're walking away from things that have ended, really. That's the main energy. So it could be that you've lost that loving feeling for a relationship or, a job or a neighborhood or a community, and you're like, you know what? It's not really fulfilling anymore. It's time to go. It's time to bolt. So I feel some of you are just thinking about a new direction or having a new experience. For example, if you try a certain type of yoga and you're like, okay, it's nice, but it's not my type of yoga. You may actually source a different type of yoga. It doesn't mean that you're giving up on it. It means that particular practice is not right for you. Okay, so you get the gist. Please apply it to your situation. Also, the Eight of Cups, some of you may feel like you want to independently do something on your own. So you could be setting up a business, or you could be exploring something, and you want your own time. You know, you need your own solitude, because in solitude and stillness comes wisdom. So I feel a lot of you, although you're exhausted and some of you are running on empty, you're trying to gather up this excess energy to transform your life, which you will have. Some of you are really in need of a rest. So you may want to take like a day off in the month of August just for you, to either poodle around the home or actually just say, you know what, I want to go to a gallery on my own. I want to romance my life. I want to take myself to the cinema. I want to take myself for a meal or a drink, or just sit by the bay watching the water. I only say that because right now I am being shown a seagull. Okay, so either this could be a sign or a symbol to you that you're about to reach goal, but it feels like you're sort of casting a critical eye over your plans right now. What I can see in the water is, I mean, some of you may literally be deciding to take a vacation, because this card, Eight of Cups, with the Four of Swords there, it can indicate a quick getaway. So you may be going to the sea at some point. I mean, seagulls tend to be by the sea, but they don't have to be. It could be they are by a body of water. So maybe some of you are craving that right now. But the seagull, it can kind of indicate that, you know, you're watching and waiting for the right moment to strike. You have your eye on something, and, you know, you're being cold and calculated about that next move. Doesn't mean that you're going to bulldoze people out of your way to get what you want. It feels more that you've been waiting a long time, and now you're taking your chance and your opportunity to grab the object of your desire. I'm also seeing, my guides are showing me, it's more about the wingspan of the seagull and how it's navigating the airflow. So it could be that, you know, there's a lot of turbulent energy about right now, and there certainly is in August for most signs, but it can be that you are remaining balanced and you're in the flow. You're being flexible to ride that sort of airflow and still remain on course. It's not going to impact you in a negative way. It feels like you're staying afloat, or you are detaching yourself in order to know when is the right time to sort of hover on a plan, and when it's time to sort of dive in and, you know, get whatever it is that you want. So I feel like you are aware of the balance of the next moves in your life. You're on the right track and you're making the right decisions. Now, also, the Eight of Cups is a personal journey of discovery. So a lot of you are diving deep this month in terms of your emotions, and you're looking for the authenticity in life, real people. You know, it's really hard to find a soul tribe where there's real people. So I feel some of you are searching for that right now, but it's also about, you know, as you spiritually evolve, sometimes it can be a lonely path. Friendships change. People change, they look at you in a different way, and they may not understand your motivations or the life that you lead, but that's fine, because it's not their life, it's yours, okay? So with that Eight of Cups, for some of you, I need you to be aware that when you walk away from something that is not vibing with you, that is not authentic or is not true to your path, that is when you walk straight onto the Nine of Cups. That is the wish fulfillment. So I feel like you're heading in the right direction to have all your dreams or your manifestations become a reality, but I feel like you're taking yourself there, and the universe is going to pepper your path with good luck and opportunity along the way. Now, Eight of Cups in the resistance position, it's like you got it in the reverse. Some of you, you may revisit plans, or you may even hear from people from your past. This is a period where reunion energy is coming through, so you may hear from someone you haven't heard from in a while. They may reach out to catch up for a beverage, or just a catch up in general. This person's been missing you. I feel like they have gone through some difficult times, and they're now looking, it's almost like they're looking at their younger self and the relationships and friendships they lost touch with, and I feel like they may reach out. And for some of you, it may even be your energy where you're like, okay, I've reached a certain level in my life, thinking back about the times that I spent a good time with a certain person. You may reach out to that person, but the predominant energy isn't they reach out to you. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Also, I'm getting, before I go on to the Empress energy, I'm getting this energy of posture. So some of you are paying a lot of attention to your posture this month, or some of you perhaps are doing some improvements, osteopath. Maybe it's that you are having yourself realigned or something, or perhaps you've been having some back issues or spine issues in some way, and I feel like you seek a practitioner and have a bit of a breakthrough there so that it becomes manageable. So that's coming through there as well. Now we do have the Empress, and this is on the earthly plane. This is about your hard work paying off, seeing evidence of everything that you've been really toiling away at, the seeds that are in motion. You know, basically whenever we plant a seed, that can be an idea, it can be an endeavor, it can be anything that we're trying to accomplish. You know, we put the seed in the soil. That is the enrichment, and we water it. That's our care, devotion, attention. And then, of course, the sun will nourish it even further. So it's really about, you can't see that seed germinating in the soil. It's like moving around and suddenly there's a sprout. And even that sprout, you can't see it until it pushes through the mud. So I feel on a personal level, some of you are the seed. You're literally, you know, feeling like you're starting from scratch in some way, but actually you're starting from experience, and you are growing into the person that you've always been meant to be, and that you always have been, really, but now you're having confidence to be your wonderful self. For some of you, this is your plans taking root and really flourishing. And also, of course, some of you may be pregnant at this time, and you are just nourishing yourself and you know, waiting for your due date. Some of you may actually give birth during this month as well. If you're a parent, I feel some of you could be dealing with empty nest syndrome. Some of you could be watching your child or teenager go to college, or it could be that, you know, they're going to summer camp, for example, or it could be that, you know, they are choosing their path for their destiny. And some of you are like, you know, you just want them to be happy, but ultimately you're trying to look at their choices. You know, you're healthily guiding them towards some better options, but they are independent and they're going to choose their own way. So I feel like it's that detaching and allowing them to, you know, spread their wings. So that's coming through there as well. It can be a difficult transformation, but know that, you know, your child is making really good decisions as well, because of course you guided them to this point. So trust the process. Also, the Empress energy, this is a card of creativity, embracing new ideas to create more. And of course, it is about nourishing yourself, choosing the healthier options in life so that you, you know, body, mind, and soul transform for the better. If you've been neglecting your own needs recently, August really is the month for that power nap. It's that time for alone time to basically get clear on your mind about what it is that you want. And also, you know, you're encouraged during this time to implement self-care needs as well. Now, the past position, we got the Death card. Major change, major transformation. Some of you have been going through it, you're in the midst of it, and it can feel like you're in the dark, okay? Remember, mushrooms, they grow in the dark. So you are in a period of growth. It can feel uncomfortable, but with that Empress energy, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, it feels like you're coming out the other side in the month of August, and it feels very much like, you know, there is success, there is development, and you can see progress. Now, of course, the Death card, it can also indicate that some of you have been going through a period of grief. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. There are literally no words of comfort. I totally know that. So if I could scooch down the camera and just hug you all, I totally would. So if you're going through that, of course, it's going to come in waves. You know, some of you may feel like you're on autopilot, a little bit numb, a little bit shocked. Some of you are in a stage of feeling really emotional and it fluctuates. You know, we have to kind of be flexible to those emotions because they're going to come when they're meant to come. The body knows how to regulate these emotions, and that's why sometimes logically you're like, I wasn't even thinking about the person, and suddenly I just burst into tears. And you may be feeling a little bit discombobulated or a little bit like uncertain about why these things are happening, but your body is going through a trauma that it is trying to work out right now. And if I can see, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I'm just being shown a word search right now. So either that is connected to your person that has transitioned. I mean, it could be symbolic of like this person, they could never find the words to really articulate how they felt about you, but you're going to see lots of messages in the next coming weeks and months. And words are so important. I mean, it could also be that if you search, you may find a letter or something that they've written down that they wanted to tell you. That could be it. It could also be that when you see a word search, then you're going to be reminded of your person, that this person is around. You could also randomly like receive like subscription of word searches in the post that isn't directed to you, but it could be also a sign that you're like, oh, I need to send that back in the mail, but actually it was kind of on purpose from the person who has transitioned in spirit they've sent it to you or made sure it got to your address to let you know that, you know, that's the sign that they are with you and that they care about you. So much unconditional love there. Okay, I know it's really random. It may be resonant, it may not be, but I have to give you the image that I've been given. And if it doesn't make sense right now, it may make sense in the next coming weeks or months. So just look out for that. And with a lot of love and respect, I'm just going to detach from that energy. Now, of course, the Death card, you know, nothing really ends. It transitions into something else. So this could be your energy, transferable skills, transferable gifts, but it could also be that, you know, you are evolving and things are blooming. You're in bloom. That's literally what I see there. You're in bloom. You're creating a lot of balance and harmony in your life. We have the Temperance card there. So I feel this is about you focusing on your true life's mission and purpose. You're focusing on direction at this time. You're blending your energies to make your life work. And as we have a quest for simplicity in our lives, that's when people fall away, or we sort of lose touch with things that we once kind of really loved, or we felt were important. Because as we transform, you know, certain areas, it means that you're leaving the comfort zone. And, you know, things become uncomfortable because your old self is going through a transformation and your new self is being reborn. So it feels like you're in the limbo period where you're just getting there, right? So I feel like you're leaving the familiar to embrace the extraordinary in your life right now. And I feel also another message that's coming through there, especially if you're dealing with anything spine related, because it's coming through, I have to mention it. I'm not a medical practitioner, so please get the advice of someone who is, but I feel hydrating, very important. So I feel some of you may be dehydrated, or perhaps that's when things get exacerbated when you haven't got enough water. Okay, so I'm just going to move away from that energy. We've got the Six of Wands, a lot of success. This card indicates the near future. There's going to be a lot of positive movement in your life. Good news comes your way that you will celebrate. But also, some of you may have been feeling that you've been showing up in your life every single day, and you may feel that you go unnoticed at this time, that you feel that things have taken a very strange turn of events where everyone is very insular. So you're finding it harder and harder for you to make an impact, perhaps in a career. You may feel there's nepotism there, but I definitely see some doors opening up for you to step into a leadership position or some sort of promotion. I feel whatever it is you're working towards, I feel this is the thing that you're going to see the most impact in the month of August. Now, of course, Six of Wands, this is allow yourself to be seen, peacock yourself, especially if you're in the career or an industry. I feel this is about you allowing your talents and skills to be seen. I actually see that there is people in high places looking at your talents right now and wanting to either raise you up or represent you or endorse you or support you in some way. And I feel some of you are going to get some critical news in your career sector that will see you climbing the ladder. If you're an entrepreneur and you are an independent worker, I definitely see that some of you could actually get a very lucrative and maybe even famous client this month. And I feel it sets you apart in industry, and this person, they will talk about your skills and it will be word of mouth. More people will come. So I definitely see that happening there as well. Now, some of you, if you've been in training or you've been doing a course of learning in some way, I see you winning, and I see you getting really great grades or perhaps certification or qualification that sets you apart and opens you up for new creative endeavors or new opportunities there, whether that's in career or whether it's in sport, because I'm actually seeing sport there as well. So I feel there's a win coming through for you. Maybe this is about you supporting a certain team and they win. And I feel, especially if you're supporting a child who is doing some sort of competition to win like a medal or something, I actually see them winning in a very good position. It feels like it's first or second, that's what I feel, okay? So that's coming through, because right now I'm seeing both medals, first and second. So perhaps they're actually competing in two different things and they get first in one, second in the other. That's coming through there as well. Or it could be if they're into football or something like that, or soccer. It could be that, you know, they win one game and then they sort of do really well in the second game but don't win it. I'm not really sure. I'm just being given that energy right now. But also the Six of Wands, this is about celebrating yourself, okay? So I definitely see here that there's some really great news to celebrate, and you did this independently, whatever it is. I feel like you're making an impact in your life. Now, of course, we have the Queen of Cups there. This is the card of self-care. So this is about making sure your own needs are met as well. Don't forget about yourself. That Queen of Cups there also indicates healing. So a lot of you are going through a major healing process, and you will have a breakthrough in the month of August that really sets you free. It feels like you unlock something, and it just feels lighter is what I see there as well. And again, there's a message to hydrate with this card. Very important, especially if you're going to a warm country or you live in a warm country right now. I feel it's important to make sure you have the right amount of electrolytes and water, but also this Queen of Cups. This could be that you are, you know, looking at what you have to offer in life, and that you bring a lot to the table of life, and you're making such an effort that now it's time to receive the rewards. I do see a detoxifying energy here as well. So some of you could be okay, I'm seeing lots of different things. They are really weird and random. Maybe they're not going to resonate with everyone. I'm seeing like a bowl of rice to like soak up humidity or negativity. I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing a bowl of water. So either you're learning how to scry, or perhaps the water is to do with the environment to keep it kind of moist. I'm not really sure. So some of you are looking at humidity or something in your home space. So yeah, I'm going to leave that because that's very precise. But the Queen of Cups is unconditional love. And of course, there are two people here. So, you know, there's the Empress and the Queen of Cups. So this could be you solidifying how you feel about a person. Could be, you know, a parent or guardian. Could be that, you know, you are basically thinking about... well, I'm getting an energy of some of you may be returning to a home or returning to an area that you used to live in, or it could also be that, you know, you or your parent, if they are on the earthly plane, are thinking about moving to a different environment. Maybe it's something together. Perhaps you're thinking about like extended living at this time. That's coming through there as well. Now then we move on to the Five of Wands. This is the external environment. Now this card, the energy I'm getting off this, first off, is that you want to challenge yourself in a really positive way. So you're thinking about your next moves. If you think about those two figures there, this is like a chessboard. They have chessboard kind of clothes on. They look like chess pieces. So I feel like you're thinking about your plan, your blueprint, and the next steps and the next stage you need to take. And I feel you're brainstorming at this time, especially since you've got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Think about your plans in a way of, you know, success, because I feel like your endeavors are going to really work out for you. So don't think about the negative. Of course, you know, investigate the path, make sure you solidify your plans with facts before you take any movement. But I definitely see that you're on course. Also, the Five of Wands can indicate you've been under a lot of pressure recently, and this pressure, it has to change. So some of you are trying to manage stress levels, but also I feel like some of you are overworked, overstretched. You may feel like you haven't had much support, and you're just trying to show up and do the best that you can with the circumstances that you've got. You're doing an awesome job. But I do feel that there is a critical breakthrough here because the Five of Wands is basically your external circumstances, and the Six of Wands is your near future, which means anything you feel challenged with, or you're in training for right now, or you're moving towards, it will be successful. You'll celebrate this moment, and you did this. Now also, the Five of Wands, and there's two people here, there is the potential for a little conflict between you and somebody, but I feel it gets resolved. Somebody, and it may be work related, somebody may call you out on something, but actually they don't have their facts, and they end up with egg on their face, because I feel you basically set them straight, and I feel it's really important that when you do that, you do it diplomatically, because this person, they have friends in high places that you may not be aware of right now, okay? Tell them the truth. cut them down to size, but do it in a way that is professional at this time, because this person, they like revenge, okay? But I feel the way you deal with it, they actually really respect it because it is professional, and it lets them know they can't bully you, they can't call you out, and that they should really get their facts straight before they open their you-know-what. So that's coming out there as well. Now, of course, the Five of Wands can be that you are entering a course of training. Some of you may be returning back to college or doing a class online. It's going to be very rewarding for you, both emotionally and in terms of your knowledge. And of course, we've got the Four of Swords there. This is the hope and fear position. Some of you are in a very intense period of healing. So I feel you may have taken some time out in order to regroup before you launch yourself back into the fray, especially if you've had a procedure or you've been a little bit unwell recently. It's important to basically convalesce until you feel like you are highly energized to launch yourself back into life, because if you don't, you will have a setback. The Seven of Wands tells me it's really important for you to actually think about protecting your energy at this time. Some of you, if you've been super busy, which I feel like you have, and August is no different, protect your immune system, because I feel there is a potential for a seasonal cold there as well. But the Four of Swords, it says make time for rest. Some of you, this is also make time for meditation, because your thoughts have been overwhelming and they could be having a negative impact on you at this time. And of course, if you've gone through a divorce or a grief, I feel, this is about you taking stock of things, being in a very reflective mood, thinking about the past, but revisiting it in a way to learn from it and hold dear the positive memories and move on from everything else. Because it's really important to recognize that if we continue to take baggage with us from previous situations that are negative, we're only overloading ourselves. It makes us heavy. Maybe it would also impact your posture. You'd have a little bit more of a hunch. It would just feel like symbolically, physically heavy. So I feel a lot of you are lightening your load this month, and whether it's through some sort of counseling or whether it's through just you having a breakthrough, an epiphany, I definitely see that there is a release there and peace of mind. You cannot buy peace of mind. So that's really about you being discerning about the company that you keep there as well. Now, the Seven of Wands, this is your outcome energy. You're sustaining, you're maintaining, and I feel like you're remaining on course. This card indicates that you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You're not compromising your morals. You're protecting your position. And I feel also this card, it can indicate that, there's a lot of pressure right now, but I feel like you are in the flow of being flexible and managing your life in the best way possible. Now, also, some of you with that Seven of Wands, it can indicate that, you are finding a way through a difficulty rather than over it. I feel like you find a solution, especially since you've got the Justice card there. But the Seven of Wands also indicates that you are above competition, and you have a card of competition here. So if you are competing in something, whether it's a marathon, whether it's a sporting event, whether it's an art competition, whether it's for a job and you're interviewing, remember, you are awesome. You have everything you need. This is a card of knowledge and wisdom and experience. It's the Empress card. She's gone through all the aces, the two of everything, the three of everything, right through to the page, the knight, the queen, and now she is the Empress. So this is about you being in a stage of your life where you are a pro at what you do. You've been through the training. You've been through the student of life stuff, and now you are protecting your position, and I feel, that you are above the competition. So if you have a worthy opponent, which I feel like you do, there is someone, for example, if you're up against like an interview, or you're going for an audition, or you are doing something where you're trying to get your artwork seen and there's a lot of other competitors there. Yes, there's some really awesome people out there who have some really awesome skills, but they're not you, and that is your superpower. So I feel this is about you remembering what you have to offer and that you are ahead of that competition. Remember, I said Five of Wands, competition, Six of Wands, success. So in the near future, whatever it is that you are competing for or trying to accomplish, you shall be successful in all your endeavors. Now I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you before I close your reading. We've got Sacred Alchemy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful... Okay, this one's literally stuck to me, so I feel like this is an important card. We have Starseed. That is an important card. And they want me to go one more, which is unusual. Okay. So, we have Sacred Alchemy. Okay, that's your first card there. And it says, magical process of creation. Creating a life of magic, union with the divine. You know, when you have a spark of brilliance in your mind, that thought came from somewhere, okay? So this is the seed of you creating something exciting for your life. Every single thing that you see here, you know, it started with a thought. Someone thought about this card and said, you know what would be great if I had an image that looked like this and it said this on it. And then it became a reality. Thoughts become things, and then you actually take action to make your vision become a reality. And that's you basically going out there and happening to life at this time. Now also we have concealment. Okay, now this didn't really come up in your reading too much, but if someone is doing something negative, as I did say, you know, that it shall be revealed. The same with if a person is abusing their power or withholding something, it shall be exposed. It says here, something is kept hidden, hiding from the world, hiding your true self. So this is you being, you know, bold, daring, and your true authentic self this month. So I feel for some of you, if you have been in hermit mode, August is the month to get out, allow yourself to be seen, and be loud and proud. You are here. I mean, your sort of statement to the world, Aries, is I am. So I feel this month is all about you saying I am, and then filling in the blanks, and it shall be so. So we also have knowledge, okay? So a gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning, and to know ancient wisdom. And I definitely see that you're having a lot of spiritual downloads, but also I feel like you have acquired knowledge as well that can help other people, but also I feel can help you in your situation. We've also got Starseed. And it says here, old soul with deep spiritual wisdom, you're here to evolve spiritually. And that's what you're going through right now. That's why things can feel a little bit difficult or, you know, a little bit weird because, as I said, you're leaving the familiar to embrace the extraordinary. And it says here, important mission in life. And you are focused on your true north at this time, your true life's purpose. And finally, we have drawing closer. Okay, and it says here, something is around the corner. Of course it is. Six of Wands is in your near future position. So that tells me something exciting to celebrate is coming in, attracting the right things for you and bringing closer together. So finding solutions, basically coming together with people, finding a way to live in harmony, but also whatever it is you're manifesting is coming closer to you at this time. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We've only got one, and it is the peace symbol. So I guess how do you know that you're on the right path? Well, it starts to become peaceful. You surrender to some degree where you're like, you know what, whatever will be, will be. But deep down, you know, you're still taking action to make it as it should be. So I feel right now, if things are feeling a little bit like quiet, you know, or it feels that, you know, you're in this stillness period, that's when you truly know that you're on the right path, okay? But I do feel that, you know, peace, harmony, it shall reign. It's your final sort of overarching energy card with that justice card. It means that you're striving for peace, peace of mind, peace in life. I mean, all humans, we all just want to, like, live our lives in peace, basically pay bills. Well, if we could not pay bills, that'd be great, but unfortunately that's the way. But, you know, it's basically like showing up, living a life of simplicity, loving the people we really care about, and just getting on, you know, and just having a good life. That's it. That's the simple journey that we're all aspiring to. And it's just that forces outside ourselves want to make it difficult. So, you know, sometimes we either struggle with an inner battle or there is someone externally that is creating a battle for us as well. But I feel right now you are on the road to peace. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates there for you, my beautiful Aries. Now, of course, if some of you want to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer," and my guides will bring me to one subscriber who will be announced as the winner through a video. So please keep your notification bell on, because you'll want to be notified of that video to see if that name is yours, and I'll let you know how to contact me for that reading, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.